up here at Strickland State Forest today. I'm all over the shop. 2 weeks ago I was up in the Blue Mountains. Last week I was down the south coast. This week up on the central coast. So we're going to do Strickland Falls loop today. Hopefully see some water trickling from this place. And lo and behold, look who's joined me today. The girl Jules is back. She has to conduct some business up here on the central coast. So she said, hey, why don't you come up and help me with this business I have to do, and we might fit in a waterfall trek as well. So I thought, heck yeah, why not? Alright, so we need to find out which one says, maybe the tracks just loop around and come out. Strickland Falls track. What is that one there over? So Cabbage tree track. Medium grade 1.8 kilometre return. The walk to Strickland Falls has some steep sections and steps, spectacular cliffs, mossy rocks, ferns, palms, tall, moist eucalyptus forest and gully rainforest are features of this walk. That sounds good to me. What do you reckon straight down there? What does this one say? And this one is Cabbage tree track. This is a moderate walk with some steep sections on the return to Banksia picnic area. A large grove of cabbage palms, rocky outcrops, dry forest and pretty ferns are features on this walk. Cabbage tree track intersects Stoney Creek track. Here you can choose to go to Stoney Creek car park and more walks, or return to Banksia picnic area. Okay, I think we'll go down this side over here. And what's that track there? Cabbage tree track. Maybe come back along the cabbage tree track. Are you chilly? Are you cold?
Yes, a little bit.
We'll start making our way down here and warm up a little bit. We've come down a steep little section here and first little wooden steps. Looks like Julie hasn't been out bushwalking for a while. She's freezing. You don't normally complain about the cold. Although it is rather rainforesty and dark in here. Hear the little birds chirping. So we're up at Somersby. So Strickland State Forest is on Strickland Road, off Mangrove Mountain Road I think it was. It's off the same road that as youngsters we used to come up here on the Central Coast to what was known back then as the old abandoned Gosford Airstrip on Mangrove Mountain Road. And I think now they might fly remote control planes or something up there, but back in those days there was a hub for dumped cars. So anytime we'd pick up a car off the street that was left or defected or had a abandonment sticker on it, we would bring it up here to the Central Coast and we would have our fun with it up at what was known as the airstrip, the Gosford Airstrip, and then we'd torch it. Got a lot of pictures of back in the day of that place. Unfortunately we've never took any video up there. No one really had a video recorder back then to capture all that. Just make sure you're on the right track, Jules. Is it the same way? It doesn't turn left here? We've got to go on Stoney Creek. Just have a look, there's a track that goes to the left here. No, that's it. Strickland Falls track goes straight. So we'll go that. So when we get back to this situation here, we're going to turn down this track, we're going to go down here. Geez, my hands are shaking a little bit from the cold. We'll have to hold the camera. Huh? Yeah, I never really have much clothes on. Look at this big thing. This reminds me of the one when we did the Mount Kembla track. Look at that. Which way is that falling from? Down here.
Would you believe I finally worked out how the shortcut in my phone
Yeah.
so I don't have to put the password and everything else.
Oh, did you? Finally. You're a bit like me. Takes a while to work it out, but then when you do work it out, you're very good at it. I don't know how well the camera is going to pick up this place we're at, but it is magnificent. Look at this massive rock here and the tree growing on top of it. The root system is on top of the rock. You've got another huge rock here and one here. There's been a massive rock slide. You can see some cliffs high up there. And look where these big boulders have stopped. This one over here. This tree has come up from the ground and wrapped itself like a spider's legs all around that rock there. This is a beautiful walk. We're not even 10 minutes in and it's just so rainforesty. We ain't even near the waterfall yet. It's good to see Geely take off from me once again. You know that she's into the bushwalk when she starts doing her power walking. I don't know if you can hear those birds, but they sound delightful. So we did Govet's Leap 2 weeks ago. Last week we did Corley Tunnel and Fort Drummond down on the south coast, and today it's Strickland Falls. Always something to do, always somewhere to go. Let's say on heavy rains, and you can see it very damp up the top there. This would be gushing through here. Look at that cave there. I don't know if Jules saw that. There's a beautiful cave up in there. With ferns in it. We're not going to come back this way. There's those high cliffs. Did you see the cave, Jules? A lot of gullies. We better go catch up to her before she hurts us off. This place is just so beautiful. You've got high cliffs up on this side. Look at this huge tree that someone has cut. Look how far down it goes here. I don't know if they can pick anything up on the camera here, Jules. It's so dark. Look how sweet it's been cut here, and here's the other end here. Look at that. That's an old tree. Look how thick it is. There's another one across it. We can hear some water trickling up there. I don't think that's it. This is probably the best walk we've been on if you want rainforest. It's never been that dark. Sometimes, oh yeah, look at that. Look at that rock that's fallen from somewhere. Place. You don't hear much about Strickland Falls. I've never heard anyone talk about it before. I just thought I'd Google something online last night and it said it was a spectacular walk, even though the falls might not have a lot of water coming off it, but we'll soon see. There's another huge rock up here. They look like animals. This one up here, I don't know what it's coming through like on the camera. It looks like a freaking dinosaur's head coming out of the rock. you're just surrounded by cliffs. So if you're ever thinking about doing this walk, on your right hand side as you walk this track, it's just cliffs. You can hear some water up here. I don't think it's the falls just yet. Okay, there's stairs going up. Jules, there's stairs going up. What's that all about? Oh no, it says Banksia picnic area, so it's another way up to the car park we parked in. Strickland Falls. Creeks in state forests are protected to conserve aquatic habitat and water quality. Is this Strickland Falls? You reckon this is it? Surely this can't be it. Oh, it probably is it. You can't keep on going anymore, can you? No, this must be it. Alright, so it's exactly what the website says, just a slow trickle. I thought there'd be a little bit more water with the rain this weekend, but it's exactly what they said, a constant trickle. Hang on, let me just go over here, get right underneath it. Doesn't look like it's been, it only looks like it just comes in from this little point here. There's nothing over here that looks like it's been wet. So it'll only be just from here to here. There's no track that heads down there. That would be it. We've got a lady with a couple of doggies. Yeah, what we'll do, we'll go back on that track and then take the other track down and do the round trip. The loop, as they call it. That's what? Alright, let's head off.
Morning.
Good morning. Is this Strickland Falls?
Yes.
It is?
Yeah.
I was expecting a little bit more.
It's no rain.
Yeah. Have you ever seen it in full when it's been pouring down or not?
Yeah, it's awesome.
It looks pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It pours down a couple of spots.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You the bottom's been better, like where you walk.
Okay, so if we were to go back up the track, take a right, head down that way, the Cabbage.
Which way did you leave the car park?
We came from Banksia car park all the way down,
Yeah.
and then there's another track that cuts right.
Yeah, so if you take down this one?
No, no.
Oh, you
Yeah.
take it that one?
Yeah, and there was a track that we've seen off to the left.
Yeah, it goes, so that goes Cabbage Creek, it goes a loop around.
Yeah.
Or you can go down
Yeah.
to Stoney Creek.
Yeah.
And then go up to the car park, and at the back of the car park it goes up towards the rainforest. That's the one we're doing now.
Okay, yeah,
So
that's...
we start at the bottom and we reach the rainforest.
Okay,
And
you've done the opposite.
down.
I think that's the one.
An hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's the one we'll do, I think. So.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, no, I love the rainforest area.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's absolutely amazing. The doggies must love it.
Yeah, well, they wake me up every day to come.
Oh, really?
We come every day.
Oh, okay, so they're used to it. They know exactly where they're going.
Yeah.
Very good. And how quick is this? This takes you straight back up to the car park, this one,
Oh,
doesn't
yes,
it?
only 10, 12 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. All right, thanks for that.
No worries. See ya.
See you later. Just come back up here to where the tracks divide now. So we came from up there, the Banksia car park, picnic area. We've been to Strickland Falls, and now we're going to head down here. Does it say where we're going? Okay, we are now going the Cabbage tree track and the Stoney Creek track, 400 metres down here. The lady said it's worthwhile heading down this way, and this will loop you back round to the Banksia picnic area, back to where the car is. So if you're looking for a spectacular waterfall, you're just going to have to wait until it's raining all week, and you might be lucky enough, although that rock ledge didn't really impress me too much. Even if there's water flowing off that, I don't think it would look as spectacular as some of the ones up in the mountains do. But heck, you know, you never know. But if you're after rainforest and high cliffs, and just how much the landscape has changed with all these rocks just fallen down from what must have been up the top there, really high cliffs, thousands, millions of years ago. This is the track for you. Very easy, nice and wide. It seems to be dog friendly. We've seen a number of people with dogs through here, so perfect if you've got a puppy dog. Bring them up here. We are on one of these tracks here. We're kind of lost. We don't know what this track this is. There was no signage, but look what they've done here. This huge tree has broken. There's the stump up there that it's broken from. Let me just go up there, take a picture of that. That's where it snapped from up there. And it's laying down in. Instead of cutting the whole thing or two bits to make a gap, they've just made like a little step. That's very good. Look how long it is. Wow, I can only imagine what these sound like when they crash wallop down. So we're hoping this is Stoney Creek track. I did say there was 2 tracks down here. That's what we're hoping for. Hopefully we start coming up at some point. Still on this windy dirt track, Stoney Creek track here. We are starting to head down and sounds like to be some sort of water down there. Ooh, be careful. Something's fallen. That was a nice big crack then. It's probably one of those dead palm things that's hanging there. We just noticed this little bit here. How beautiful would this be if it was torrential rain and water coming down from there? I wouldn't be able to stand where I'm standing at the moment, and it would just gush down here, down to, I gather, where the creek is down there. Hopefully that's where this track takes us. It's so dark. Like I said, I have no idea whether or not this is actually going to come out. I'm wearing glasses at the moment, and it's dark as it is, but looking at the little LCD screen on my video camera. Okay, a little bit of sun peering through. That's a first. Not much, but a little bit. That's the first time I've seen any on this track. Up through there. Look at all these vines hanging around. Perfect Tarzan territory. Tarzan would be swinging through here, yelling out. Can you hear the creek? Can't be all that far away now. There's a lot of sun down there somewhere, so we should be coming up to a clearing soon. We have come along adjacent with the creek now, and it is dry as. I gather that's Stoney Creek down there. Absolutely no water flowing at all. I wonder if this creek actually flows to Somersby Falls. I doubt it very much, because Somersby Falls always has water flowing. You hear water? Okay. My scout has heard water down here. So we are now walking along the creek bed, going down. Whether or not we come back up this track is yet to be determined. Hopefully there's another one that cuts back up. A little bit of water trickling down here, not much. Is that the water you heard? Yes, virtually nothing. Dry as. It's damp in here, but there's no water running. Probably need a week's worth of rain. It did rain there for a couple of days, but I guess that mustn't have rained all that much here on the Central Coast. We are now just about to go onto the creek. So we have come equal with the creek, but no water at all, which is a shame. Would have been beautiful with water gushing through here. I read on the website that there wasn't many areas for a picnic. Here's a beautiful spot for a picnic.
Anyway, well, I guess they might be talking about picnic facilities. Like.
Let me come around here. It seems to be very mossy. Is it mossy? Stoney Creek, if I'm correct. A little bit of water trickling down in there, but nothing. Do we start heading back up? Did you see a path heading up?
Yeah, we'll go inside,
Alright. Let me just go over here, video back towards you, and then I'll come back on your side. That's why I love the Blue Mountains, Jules, and where you live. You just can't beat the Blue Mountains. It is beautiful. It'd be nicer if water was flowing, you could hear it crashing over all the rocks.
Nothing happens in the Blue Mountains.
You know what I love about the Blue Mountains? Is once you finish the walk, all the beautiful little townships, all the little shops, all the little eateries. I just love all that kind of stuff. Like it was snowing in Lura the other day. That main street where we had lunch on Easter 2019, it showed down that street there. It looked beautiful. It looked something like out of America. We're going to head along there and hopefully it takes us back up to the car park. It's a real shame that there's no water because it opens up beautifully down here. It's like a little pool of water down here, but I wish I think we may have to come back when there has been a week's full of rain and just walk this path with this gushing down here. It might be closed though. When there's been heavy rains, I bet you that boom gate at the start of the road's closed. Oh, I hear more of a trickle down here. Can you hear water running down here? Look like a snake. What, hanging down? On the ground? Oh, this one here. What a shame that there's no water. Although there is water down here. Hang on, Joss. I'm just going to go down here and film off this rock a little bit. Because I'd say once we start heading up, that's it. There's no more filmage. Oh, slippery. Oh, yeah. How's it? You thought what's right? Yeah. Yeah, the only problem is with wedding photos is just trying to get down here. Yeah, hang on, let me come up. Okay, we have signs of life. I've come across a few kitties and a dog. And the rainforest and preservation sign. All rainforest in state forest is preserved. There are about 150 flora reserves within state forests. They enjoy the same legal protection as national parks. I thought you could cut down trees in state forests. I'm pretty sure in Belangolo you can cut down Stoney Creek. So we did come down the Stoney Creek walk trail, and the next one is Bellbird, an hour and a half. I think we're going to have to go the same way we came, Jules. I don't think that takes us out to Banksia. Or is that where our car park? Yeah, I don't think that's where we have to go. That's the Bellbird one. All right, we'll head up here and see if we can see a sign that cuts us back up to the Banksia car park. That one takes an hour. What did it say? Oh, here we go. Here's what it tells us. The Arboretum track, medium grade, the Bellbird track, and the Stoney Creek track. See, it doesn't say Banksia anymore. We may have to go the same way we came. We'll head up here a little bit and we'll have a look. Okay, so the plan is to walk through the Stoney Creek car park, which is the lower of the two. And from what the map told us, if Jules read it right, because she will take all responsibility if it's wrong, this apparently leads us back up to the Banksia picnic area car park. See how we go. We are burning some kilos now. There's no more bush tracks. We're actually coming up the road that takes you down to Stoney Creek car park. When we drove in, there was a divide up the top of this road, I gather. One said Banksia picnic area car park, and the other one led down to Stoney Creek car park, which is the road that we are now walking up, and we are burning. So this is our exercise for the day. We would have had to have gone all the way back along the track and then go up the Cabbage palm track, I think it was. But Jules said, no, let's just get back up to the car because she needs to go and take care of some business. If you want to burn some kilos, walk up from the Stoney Creek car park. It's straight up. We could go a little bit further and turn left, but we've seen a little cutting here in the bush and we can see a toilet block in the distance, so we're hoping that this will take us exactly where Jules's car is parked. You give me the oh, there it is, it's just there. Is that your car? It's not your car? No. We're not even in the right spot. Where have we? This must be the first little section. Turn left. Is this the first little section? Yeah, there we go. Must be down here. Alright, oh, that's what we could smell. They're warming themselves up. Banksia picnic area, 100 metres. Is that the people with the dog? I've not seen that dog before. There's a whippet. Whippet good. So there's another walk. Oh, you know what this track was, Jules? This was the one when we were at the waterfall and the lady said, did you come down this track? So this one takes you straight down to the waterfall. So this is the quickest one. If you wanted to go straight down to the waterfall, this is the track you take. Eastern pygmy possums love the nectar from flowers in these heath communities. Strickland Falls track. Okay, well that's a wrap. We've done a few more than the loop track today, so we're going to call it a day, and until next time, adios. See you, Jelly. We have just finished doing the Strickland Falls loop, and I thought I'd pop in to a place that holds so many memories for all us Beacon boys, crew from back in the day. Can anyone tell me what this place was? Now it is the Gosford City Aeromodellers Club Inc. But back in the day, this place, especially here, just up here, there is a picture of me back from 1991 sitting in the back of a Tirana with my arms and legs out the boot. But this is what was known back then as the Gosford Airstrip. It looks very much the same, apart from the grass that's up, but I can still remember how many cars there were dumped here. Down the back there, I gather all the wreckers from around the area used to dump all the cars. But this was just littered, absolutely littered with cars. There was tracks going up there. I remember going up there with Andrew and Mav, doing burnouts up the top there in his stepfather's Commodore. Wow, did we have some fun times up here. What does it say here? Walkers. So you can actually walk the circuit. Walkers, warning, please stay to the left near the tree line when model aircraft are in use. That'd be cool, just to actually walk all the way to the end, because there was a few cars right down the bottom there with, you know, nice big thick tree stumps growing through the bonnet there. I gather they would have removed everything. I don't think there's any remnants of anything left from the early 90s back there. So very good. That's some memories. What was that, 30 years ago? 30 years ago we used to come up to this place.